Welcome back to Vintage Story, and I'm playing on Aura Fury Mystic Wind server. One of the problems we all have if we're playing single player and we don't play every single day is rot. And even, you know, our vegetables go off, you constantly find yourself with loads of rot that has to be dealt with when you come back onto the whole area. There you are, there's some there. You just have to keep going through your chests and making sure that you've got all the rot out of the system. But of course, what do you do with all the rot? Well, the answer is you make it into compost by sealing 64 rot in a barrel, and I've got 64 rot sealed in there, and when it's been sealed for a day, you make compost. Now, once you have this compost, you can make high fertility soil. You just put your soil in the middle and then you put the compost around the edge like that. Hey presto, you have high fertility soil. Now, servers often have been raked out for terra preta, so this is a very, very good way to make very good high quality soil. Most people don't know that making that high quality soil is not a mod, it's actually in the vanilla game. Isn't that a great thing to find, particularly if you haven't found a lot of terra preta? One of the most useful mods that we have on the Aura Fury Mystic Wind server is the Cellar ice mod. Now for that you'll need a saw, ice and dry grass, and it produces Cellar ice. Let me make some more. I've got masses of grass here, so I want to make quite a lot of this Cellar ice. Now I am extremely grateful. Has to be 4. That's fine. Let's take that. So I've got a lot of Cellar ice here. Let's pop my glacier ice back in there. Now the point about the Cellar ice is that it enables you to decrease the heat in your cellar. Now at the moment I'm 20 degrees C already, and it's only 8 o'clock in the morning because I go quite hot in the summer over here. So therefore, in order to make my cellar more effectively, I can put down Cellar ice, which is absolutely fantastic. Alright, let's put some more down because we're coming up to the height of the summer, and you can make it as deep as you like actually. And can you see that it's actually going to start giving off coolness, and that makes one heck of a difference actually. Yeah, because if you look, normally the perish speed is 0.19 and this is 0.1, so it's halved it. That is a huge advantage when, like I am, you are living in a warm climate. If I press C, it shows me the date and the temperature, etc. Now the temperature is 3 degrees. It's November, we're coming into winter. The weather will get colder, and it will get a lot colder at night. And my clothes are not going to give me enough heat to keep me going, especially if I go exploring into cold regions. And we all know that cold will get you very quickly if you're not prepared. In the vanilla game, we are able to make fur coats, and we can make these before we have saws or barrels or anything like that. All you need is hides, a knife, and something to store them in, like a basket or a storage vessel. Let me show you how this is done. You can make fur coats before you can make leather. You don't need chests or barrels. Your starting point is hide. Now I've got some large hides here, And if I put, it's one hide to one fat, and that gives you an oiled hide. When you have the oiled hide, you need to store it in something. Now, early on, you won't have chests. You can store these in a clay container or a basket. The reason you do this is that these oiled hides need time to cure. And you can see it says 1% cure. It will tell you what percentage curable. But you have to wait till they're cured to make your fur coat. When the hides are cured, they become pelts, and you make fur clothes out of pelts. You can find the recipes in the help section. If you look up fur, you can find the fur coat. Now, there are different, I'm calling them recipes, crafting grids. And it depends on the size of your pelt, whether it's small, medium, large, or mine is huge. And you see mine is just a knife. This can be a stone knife. You do not have to have a high-end knife. Stone implements are fine. And one pelt. So if I take this, I put in a stone knife, and I put in, as my pelt, one pelt, I get this fabulous fur coat. So if we go back to help and we look up fur again, I can also make fur gloves, and it's one, and the knife goes on the right hand side. So again, one pelt, one knife, and we have a set of fur gloves. And the third item we can make is these knee-high fur boots. So it's just putting the knife above the pelt. So we put the knife at the top in the pelt, and we get these fabulous fur boots. So if we press C, let me take my commoner, I'll leave my shirt on actually, otherwise the fur coat will scratch. The coat I'll take off, the boots I'll take off, and the gloves I'll take off. And you will see, in fact, I'm going to take my armour off so that you can see what this fur looks like. And we put on the fur coat, right, and you can see it's got a hood with it. I've got a headscarf, but you can see the fur goes over my head. And then when I put the boots on, you can see that they almost match each other. So I'm really pretty well covered. And then we just put the fur gloves on. And there I am. And if you look at how much they're giving me, this will give me +2 in warmth. This fur coat gives you +4. These boots +1, the fur boots +3, these gloves +0.5, and these gloves +1.5. So it is a very great thing to be able to make yourself a brilliant set of fur clothing early in the game to keep you warm in winter and when you go exploring in the frozen areas. I hope you have found this useful. Bye bye.